Hello dear student, once again welcome in this class. And I think we have finished in last video. We have finished the process of preparation of bases, the method of preparation of bases. Today we are going to discuss about the properties of bases. Here some physical properties are written, and after that we will discuss about the chemical properties. Okay, first of all we should know what is the physical properties of bases. Bases are soapy to touch and have bitter taste. Okay, that means the taste of bases are bitter. Okay, next is they change the color of indicators. That means bases change color of indicators. You know the red litmus paper, when dipped into the bases, the color of litmus paper changes red to blue. Okay, suppose we have a beaker, and in this beaker bases is taken. Suppose the base. Clear? Now when litmus paper, red litmus paper, this is red litmus paper, when dipped in this beaker, the litmus paper become blue. Okay, that means in base the red litmus paper changes red to blue. Clear dear student? Now second one is phenolphthalein is another kind of indicator, and the color of phenolphthalein is colorless. There is no color. Okay, that means the color of phenolphthalein is colorless, and then phenolphthalein added to base, they become pink in color. Okay, that means suppose we have another beaker, and we taking in this beaker is base, and then some few drops, one drop of phenolphthalein is added. The phenolphthalein the solution become pink in color. Okay, that means the phenolphthalein is colorless already, but colorless, but when you add it in base, they become pink in color. Okay dear student, next is methyl orange. Methyl orange is another type of indicator. When methyl orange add to the bases, the orange color of methyl orange become yellow. Okay, this indicates the base. Clear? Next is they act as electrolyte. Act as electrolyte means base can act as an electrolyte. What is electrolyte? We should know. That means the aqueous solution of base can conduct electricity. How conduct electricity? When base is dissolved in water, they split into positive ion and negative ion. Suppose you know sodium hydroxide is a base, and when sodium hydroxide added to water, already it is in liquid state, but when it added in water and pass electricity, the splitting occur between sodium and hydroxide and give two types ion. One is positive ion and second one is negative ion, and cations and anions. And the cation and anions are responsible for the conducting electricity. That means they can conduct electricity in aqueous medium. Okay, so they act as electrolyte. And fourth one is they have corrosive action on skin. When some bases we touch, and they can act as they are corrosive nature, so after few months, or it may take 6 months, 1 year, after they affect on the skin. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the chemical properties. These are the physical properties of bases, and we are going to discuss about the chemical properties. Okay, in chemical properties we will discuss how the base react with another kind of chemical to form what. Okay, now see here, first of all, chemical property, first point is action with ammonia salt and action with ammonium salt. Okay, that means ammonium salts. Okay, dear student, in this reaction we will discuss when ammonium salts heated with any base to liberate ammonia gas. Okay, dear student, let us see the example. Suppose we have NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. This is the ammonium salt. Okay, it's known as ammonium chloride, and this is ammonium salt. Then ammonium salt is treated with base. You know base, metallic oxide and hydroxide is known as base. When heated with this, make the symbol here, it liberate ammonia gas. First of all, form ammonia gas like this, ammonia gas, and sodium chloride here, NaCl, and H2O, oxygen, hydrogen and hydrogen from here to form H2O. Okay, I think this reaction is balanced reaction. Okay, so ammonia is in gaseous state, so arrow represent that ammonia, the direction of arrow in upward direction of arrow represent the ammonia is in gaseous state. Clear, dear student? So kept in mind, when ammonium salt heated with base, it liberate always ammonia. Let us see the another example like NH4Cl with potassium hydroxide. It will form potassium chloride. KCl, after treating ammonium chloride with potassium hydroxide, it forms potassium chloride, water and ammonia gas once again. Okay, dear student, suppose another kind of ammonium and 4 twice SO4. This is ammonium sulfate. This is also ammonium salt. When treated with potassium hydroxide, it will form potassium sulfate K2SO4 plus H2O and NH3 to balance the nitrogen atom in right hand side, because here 2 nitrogen atom multiplied with 2. Clear, dear student? And here potassium is 2, so multiply with potassium hydroxide with 2 and 2 oxygen atom already, so multiplied with 2. 2 to the 4 and 3 to the 6. 4, 6, 10 hydrogen. Here is 4 to the 8 and 2 hydrogen, 10 hydrogen in left hand side. That means the reaction is balanced reactions. Okay, dear student. So the definition of action, when we write the action with ammonium salt, then ammonium salt heated with, you can write the definition, when ammonium salt heated with base, it liberate ammonia gas. Okay, dear student, and salt also and water. Clear, dear student? So next one is we have neutralization reactions, or they neutralize acid to form salt and water. Second one is reaction with acid. Second chemical property here, action with acids. Okay, dear student, this is very important reactions, and in this video we are discussing about the chemical property of bases. So action with base means action with acid means reaction of bases with acid. Okay, dear student, and you know when base is react with acid to form salt and water, this is also known as neutralization reaction. Okay, dear students. Sometimes question is asked, what is neutralization reactions? The neutralization reaction in which acid and base react to each other to form salt and water. Okay, acid neutralize base and base neutralize acid. So this is called neutralization reaction. Let us see here in this reaction. Suppose we have sodium hydroxide, you know, and HCl is acid. Sodium hydroxide, and this is hydrochloric acid. Okay, dear student. Now, when react with it, form NaCl, salt and water. Okay, dear student. I think there is no any problem. Second one is, suppose we have calcium hydroxide also a base. When treated with HCl or H2SO4, here HCl to form calcium chloride, the formula of calcium chloride CaCl2, and form H2O, the byproduct, here 2 oxygen, so multiplied with 2, here 2 chlorine, to multiply with 2 in this side. Okay, I think this reaction is balanced reaction. Okay, dear student. Next one is, suppose ferrous hydroxide FeOH whole twice plus HCl. Okay, dear student, HCl. Okay, when react to form FeCl, ferrous chloride. Okay, dear student, and H2O as a byproduct here, and to balance these reactions, multiplied with 2 oxygen here, 2 chlorine here, so multiplied with 2. This is the balance reactions. Another reactions you can take here. Suppose we have magnesium hydroxide and treated with H2SO4. Once again, it forms magnesium sulfate, MgSO4, salt and water, H2O. To balance, here 2 hydrogen, 4 hydrogen. So balance this reaction with 2. Okay, I think this reaction is balanced reactions. Okay, dear student. So when acid react with base or base react with acid, always form salt and water, is called neutralization reactions. We have discussed in the chemical property of acid also when acid react with base. But here we are saying that when base react with acid to form salt and water, and the reactions you can write same like this, and this is called neutralization reactions. Okay, dear student. Next one is reaction with carbon dioxide. Reaction with CO2. Okay, dear student. Reaction with carbon dioxide. When base absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide to form carbonate. Okay, dear student. Remember once, listen one again. When base absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide to form carbonate. Okay, like see here. Let us see the example. When sodium hydroxide absorb the atmospheric carbon dioxide, it forms sodium carbonate Na2CO3. Clear, dear student? But here hydrogen is remaining, so hydrogen form with oxygen form H2O. Now to balance these reactions, here is 2 sodium atom, so react with 2. Okay, dear student? 2 hydrogen atom, 2 oxygen atom, 2 oxygen atom, 4 oxygen atom, 2 hydrogen atom, 2 hydrogen atom, 3 oxygen and 4 oxygen. This reaction is a balanced reaction. So, okay, dear student. Next one is when potassium hydroxide also treated with carbon dioxide. Yeah, you can say when potassium hydroxide absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide, it forms potassium carbonate like this, K2CO3 and H2O as a byproduct. Okay, dear student, to balance this reaction, multiply it with 2. Okay, now I think this reaction is a balanced reaction. Okay, next one is precipitation reactions, very important reactions. Precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction. Okay, dear student, what is precipitate? Now a question arises, what is precipitate? The solid substance present in a liquid solution, in aqueous solution, is called precipitate. See here, when bases react with some salt of heavy metal like copper, lead, iron to form hydroxide, which are not soluble in water, that is called precipitate. Okay, dear student, let us see, when base react with sodium hydroxide, you know, very good base, when react with any metallic salt of heavy metal like zinc, lead, copper, iron, etc. to form hydroxide, which are not soluble in water aqueous medium. So this is called precipitation reaction. Okay, suppose when sodium hydroxide treated with copper sulfate or zinc sulfate, it forms sodium sulfate, aqueous medium, it forms sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, and zinc hydroxide, ZnOH whole twice. Okay, zinc hydroxide is a precipitate, it is a white precipitate. Okay, dear student, white precipitate. Clear, dear student? Because it is not soluble in water, so arrow representing the precipitate form of this compound. Clear? Okay, it is in aqueous medium, it is in solution form. So to balance these reactions, multiply with 2. I think reaction is balanced reactions. Okay, dear student. Next one is when copper sulfate treated with ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, with another kind of base, you know, ammonium hydroxide, when react with copper sulfate to form ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4, ammonium sulfate and cupric hydroxide, CuOH whole twice. This is known cupric hydroxide. Okay, dear student, and this is in precipitate form, PPT. You can write here PPT. Okay, dear student, this is ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate. Okay, dear student, ammonium hydroxide. This is known ammonium hydroxide, and this is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. Okay, dear student. Next one is we have action of heat. Action of heat. Action of heat. Okay, dear student. Except potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide, all bases decompose on heating to give oxide. Except potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide, all bases on heating decompose to give oxides. Okay, let us see the example. When calcium hydroxide is heated, it decomposes to form calcium oxide and H2O is a byproduct. Okay, dear student. Next one is aluminum hydroxide, AlOH whole thrice aluminum hydroxide. When heated, it forms alumina, Al2O3 aluminum oxide and ligate H2O. One second. Dear student, to balance these reactions, multiply these equations with 2, this compound with 2, water with 2, and here 2 aluminum, so it multiply with 2 3 is 6, and 3 oxygen 6 oxygen, 3 2 is 6 hydrogen, 3 2 is 6 hydrogen. Okay, this reaction is balanced reaction. Okay, dear student, so it is also the reaction of, this represent that this is a thermal decomposition reaction. Okay, okay, dear student. Next one is amphoteric nature. Amphoteric nature. Amphoteric nature. Okay, amphoteric nature. The hydroxide of zinc, aluminium and lead are amphoteric. The hydroxide of zinc, aluminium and lead are amphoteric in nature. That means they can react with acid as well as with base to form salt and water. Okay, in basic medium they act as an acid, while in acidic medium they can act as a base. Okay, dear student, so let us see when zinc hydroxide is treated with HCl, it forms zinc chloride. It forms salt like zinc chloride, ZnCl2, okay, and form H2O. Here zinc oxide act as a base, zinc hydroxide here act as a base. Okay, and hydrochloric acid, you know already it is an acid. When react with form zinc chloride, there are 2 chlorines, so balance the chlorine atom in both sides, multiplied HCl with 2 and oxygen also in 2, so multiplied with 2. This reaction is balanced reaction. Okay, dear student, when lead hydroxide PbOH whole twice, it is in solid state. When treated with nitric acid HNO3, okay, it forms lead nitrate. PbNO3 whole twice, PbNO3 whole twice, and H2O as a byproduct, H2O. To balance this reaction, multiplied by 2, and I think this reaction is balanced reaction, not balanced reaction, to multiply it with 2. Okay, dear student, so when lead hydroxide treated with nitric acid, it forms lead nitrate. Here it acts as a base, and you know this is acid, nitric acid. Okay, next one is aluminum hydroxide. When treated with HCl to form aluminum chloride, AlCl3, aluminum chloride. Okay, dear student, the formula of aluminum chloride is AlCl3 and it forms H2O as a byproduct, H2O. To balance this reaction, multiply here with 3 and 3 hydrogen, 6 hydrogen is also multiplied with 3. Okay, dear student, this reaction is balanced reaction. Okay, so you can see here the hydroxide of some metal. We have told you that zinc and lead and aluminum act as an amphoteric nature. Here these are acting as a base, while when it it is react with acid, it form also salt and water. See here, reaction with base. You can write here reaction with base. Here you can write with reaction with acid. Okay, and here reaction with bases. Okay, dear student. Now, when zinc hydroxide react with sodium hydroxide, zinc hydroxide react with sodium hydroxide NaOH, it forms sodium zincate. It forms sodium zincate and water. Sodium zincate Na2ZnO2. Na2ZnO2. Zincate. This is known sodium zincate. And byproduct as S2O. To balance this reaction, multiply it with 2, and here 2 and 2 4. I think this reaction is balanced reaction, not balanced reaction. This is balanced reaction. Okay, dear student. 2 hydrogen, 4 hydrogen, here 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 4 oxygen, 2 oxygen, 4 oxygen. In this side also, in this side also 4 oxygen, in this side also 4 oxygen. This reaction is balanced reactions. Okay, the name of this salt is known as sodium zincate. Same like when lead hydroxide treated with sodium hydroxide is formed sodium plumbite. Sodium hydroxide it forms sodium plumbite. Sodium plumbite Na2PbO2 and water S2O. Okay, to balance this reaction, multiplied with 2 and also with 2. Okay, I think this reaction is balanced reactions. Okay, dear student. Next one is aluminum hydroxide. When aluminum hydroxide treated with same reaction NaOH, it forms sodium meta-aluminate. Sodium meta-aluminate NaAlO2. Sodium meta-aluminate. Okay, and also water as a byproduct. Okay, dear student. So balance this reaction, multiply here with 3 and here with 1. Okay, dear student. Now 2 to the 4, 3 1 4. This reaction is balanced. The name of this compound is sodium plumbite. Sodium plumbite. Okay, dear student. Okay, so we have finished all the properties of bases. Okay, dear student. Okay, thank you. All the best.